Hi guys, Todd with Great Escape Farms here. Today I'm going to do a shiitake mushroom growing kit product review. The kit includes the spores infused growing medium here in a bag. It includes the humidity tent here as they call it. And it includes the instruction manual. And in the instruction manual they give you detailed instructions, but they also give you a flow chart here on how to follow it, exactly which steps go through. So pretty neat little instruction manual here. This kit should have everything I need. Real quick, before I get into what I'm doing here, let me give you some basics on the shiitake mushroom. So the botanical name of shiitake is Lentilla edodes, and it is a native of East Asia. I bought my kit from Amazon. The cost was $32 plus shipping and ended up costing about $40. The kit is actually made by Fungi Perfecti, and you can buy the same exact kit on the Fungi Perfecti website, which is just fungi.com. The kit is organic and produces up to 3 pounds of mushrooms. The shiitake mushrooms have a rich texture and a smoky flavor, and the mushrooms can be harvested at 2-week intervals for up to 16 weeks, they say. So let's talk about what we have here and the steps that we're going to be going through here. So this particular these mushrooms, the first thing you need to do is locate this label here. And it's actually upside down there. And the LE is for the botanical name. And then there's a date. So this was 10/11, and right now, so October 11th, and we are, let's see, we're December 7th, I think, today. So you want to make sure that it's over 40 days, and we are. So after you're over 40 days, then you want to look at the kit itself. And what you're looking for is actually a kind of like a popped mushroom look with a little bit of brown on it. And we do have that look here. So the next thing we do, once you have that, is you put it in the refrigerator for 3 to 5 days. So I'm going to run this down and put it in the refrigerator for the 3 to 5 days, and then we'll join back here. But real quick, let me explain the process of everything real quick before I do move on with that. So you refrigerate it for 3 to 5 days, then you soak it in water for 2 to 4 hours. And after it's soaked in water, we remove it from the bag itself, and we put it on a plate, and we put the humidity tent over it, and we spray the actual medium and mushrooms itself 2 to 3 times a day to keep it very, very humid. And within a week or two, we should get mushrooms growing. And like we say, we should have them growing for quite a few weeks. And then after we go 2 weeks without mushrooms growing, then we remove the humidity tent, we let it dry out for 10 to 14 days, and we repeat the process, and we can do that 2 to 3, maybe 4 times, repeating the process and getting mushrooms each time. And as we do that, the mushroom medium here will actually start to get really, really dark brown, and that's part of the normal process. So for the first go around here, again, this just came in from Amazon yesterday, so it is going to go into the refrigerator for the next 3 to 5 days, and after that time we'll come back and soak it in water and get moving with everything. Okay, we're back here with the shiitake mushrooms, and these have been in the refrigerator for 5 or 6 days now, so near the long end of what they said to do. So I am going to carefully cut into them here, hoping to not puncture the bottom of the bag. I don't think I did, but they said just in case you do puncture the bottom of the bag to do the next step in a plastic bucket, which I have here. So it doesn't have to be pretty. So let's show you what I do before I put it in there. I'm just going to open up this bag like so, and hopefully you can see in there what it looks like. What the next step is to fill the bag up, or not fill it up, but put water in this bag until the mushroom medium, is completely covered with water. And the reason it's in a bucket is in case the bag does have a leak, so it doesn't get all over the place. And again, you want to use non-chlorinated water. Okay, water's been in for probably 3-4 minutes now, and it is still bubbling up. So I covered it up more than what it should be. I'm probably gonna add another cup to it. And once the water is in, it needs to sit here for 2 to 4 hours. So we are getting ready to go out to dinner for my lovely wife's birthday. So I will deal with this after we get back, which should be closer to the 4-hour mark. Okay guys, we have soaked in this, and I don't know if you can see from there. Yeah, you can. I lost a good bit of the water out of the bag here, so I'm glad I did have it in a bucket because that would have made a mess. Quite the mess. So let me lift this up. So this has been sitting for a little over 5 hours now, which is about the time they said to sit it. And what I'm going to do now is drain the water out and then move the mushroom medium to a plate to sit on. And overnight, I'm actually going to leave it here in this laundry tub, and I'm going to put it on just a little plastic plate here. And the reason I'm going to leave it in this tub is because I expect that with all the bubbles and everything I saw, this is going to lose a good bit more water overnight, and I don't want it leaking all over. Also, I'm going to have to cut this bag. I was really hoping this would come right out so I could reuse the bag. And what I would reuse it for is these mushrooms can go through this process 4 times or more. But next time I'm going to have to come up with another bag because I'm not going to be able to reuse this one. So, this up. And over. I keep hitting it with my hand and losing stuff here. So I'm going to have to clean out this drain a good bit here. Okay, set this aside. I'll have to clean out the drain tomorrow when I'm done with this process, because I did lose a few chunks here and there. So this is the hydration bag. It's going to go over top of it, and it's just simply a plastic bag with vent holes all around it. And what I'm going to do is curl this up, kind of the way you would curl up or fold up a pants leg, and that'll help support it and keep it open. And that's good enough for right now. Actually, make it a little bit higher. Okay, so that's good enough for right now. And then I'm going to take a water bottle, again with clean, non-chlorinated water, and I'm going to squirt this in. And what this will do is keep the humidity up very high so that we can form mushrooms. So let's see, today is December 20th, and it was December 14th when I water soaked these. And you see I got a couple of mushrooms starting to sprout out. Here's the biggest one right here. And then I got another one back here sprouting out, and several of them coming out. So the shiitakes are doing pretty good. So nothing ready to pick yet. So I'll put the humidity tent back on, and I've sprayed the humidity tent with this water bottle right here at least 2 times a day, trying to do 3 or 4 times a day since I took it out of the water bath. And like I say, 6 days later we already got mushrooms growing, so it's doing pretty good here. And here we are at day 8. You can show you, that's about 2 fingers out, and this one is about a little over a finger out. So, and I have a couple others getting ready to pop out here. And this is day 12. Okay, so today is January 2nd, and the lips are still curled under here on the shiitake, so they are ripe right now. If the lips curl totally out, then that means that they are borderline overripe and you have to get at them quick. So I really need to cook these up and do something with them here very soon. Hopefully I can get at it later today. So I'll just show you how to clip it. I'll do another segment on how to cook these up, because I only have 2 of them, so I'm not going to come up with too many recipes, but I would like to try some different things and all, see what myself and the family think about it. Okay guys, so I actually waited a little too long, and this is too overripe. So I'm going to go ahead and trim it off and just show you where to trim it at, and I'll see if I can grow some more for either this video or another one. So what you do is you take the a pair of scissors, and you will cut as close to the log as possible, and just kind of clip it off there. And this is what it looks like. I could tell that it went over because the top got very, very dark, and it started shriveling under here, and the gills underneath are starting to brown up. And with this one over here, just grab it, and as close as you can get there, whoops, and grab it off. So that was my first experiment with shiitake. Now I've pulled these mushrooms off. These will go in the compost bin. So I will take the bag, I will put a couple more squirts in here and put it back on. And it's said to keep going and do this for 2 weeks until I don't get mushrooms. And then after I don't get mushrooms for 2 weeks, I take the bag off for 10 days, let it dry out, and then I go through the same process that I started with this again, as far as soaking it and then putting it in the mist and getting more. So that is it for the product review for the shiitake mushroom patch by Fungi Perfecti. I would definitely have to say I would rate this as a buy. My goal here was to try shiitakes for the first time, figure out how to grow them, how difficult they are. I do plan on growing mushroom logs with shiitake, and this was kind of my first experience with it as far as growing, seeing how easy it was. I was amazed. I mean, here I am, what, three weeks later, and I already had 2 of them grow, even though they overgrew on me. I had 2 of them up and running. They were relatively easy to grow. The kit was neat and definitely exposed me to mushroom growing. So I would definitely recommend this as a kit to try and experiment with, as I did. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, and also check out our blog post on greatescapefarms.com. Thank you very much, and have a great day.